Howdy everybody, BygPhattyPlus, and it's time, once again, for a glog. It's been a it's been a while. Should have been prepared. Sorry. It's been, good lord, I don't know how long it's been since I done the last glog. I'm gonna look it up live, I don't care. July? God dang, it's been several months since I did a glog. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, you don't want them too often, you know. Otherwise, you know, you have nothing to really talk about if you do a glog too much. But yeah, it's been a bit. Got a couple things on my mind, a couple things I want to talk about. Well, let's see. First of all, just to get this out the way, you may have noticed, depending on when I upload this, or you may not have noticed yet, but you will. The quality is going to be different for a couple of my games. I've been mulling this over in my head for about, I want to say, a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I'm deciding I'm going to change some things about my streaming and my recording. Being that, well, I'm not really making any money in my streaming. I'm not. You know, I'm not making any money. And being that I'm not even monetized on YouTube, I've come to the realization that I'm putting too much work into something that I'm not getting paid for. You know, it wasn't until the last several years, I think about 4 or 5 years, that I've been actually trying to put more work into it, put more quality into it, hoping that I get paid, even though I'm not getting paid. You know? And it's only been the last 2 years, no, not even that, actually about a year, that I've been putting more time into streaming in order to try and do that, since YouTube ain't going anywhere. But yet, despite the fact my YouTube ain't going anywhere due to YouTube's algorithm blunders, I'm still doing the same level of work and quality that I did before, when I still thought YouTube was it. And with that same additional work, with that same amount of workload, I'm also putting in work into streaming 3 times a week and having about the same results as I did on my YouTube channel. I'm not getting paid. Not many people are stopping by, not counting friends, you know, but very rare people stop by. And it's gotten to the point now where it's like I'm busting my hump for something that I'm not getting paid for. I have taken what was started as a hobby several years ago and have tried to turn it into a job in hopes of getting noticed, and then I only realize now that I'm not. You know, and it's not just that the market is oversaturated. I mean, I've had friends tell me that they actually I actually have a dear friend tell me that him and his wife actually stopped watching Markiplier's run of Alien Isolation and watched mine. That they enjoyed mine better. And I'm like, that was a little boost to the ego. I mean, it was a while back when he said it, but they said that they enjoyed mine far better than his. And I'm like, well, thank you, but it's not that I'm not being found by people, it's the fact that the algorithm is gaming against me, because about a week ago, a guy on Twitter who has a YouTube channel, I sadly forgot his name, did a test and found, I think, 14,000 words that just by saying it, your video is demonetized. And if you say those words enough, or if they exist enough on your channel, shut up, alarm clock, your whole channel will be demonetized. It's like 15,000 words. And I'm like, holy frack. And at that point, I realized the system was gamed against me. Ever since, the Wall Street, I think it was the Wall Street Journal, or was it the Daily Mail? I can't remember. Ever since their little thing that they went against PewDiePie, YouTube's gone downhill. They've been tightening up and tightening up. Actually, no, the algorithm ain't tightening up. It's become more and more overbearing. That's the word I should use. It's more and more overbearing to the point to where they're only protecting their top earners and, you know, the corporations that exist on YouTube. You know, and it's like, because of that before is why I started to try and stream more frequently and have a better overlay. It's like my friend Sovereign Yuska made me a nice professional overlay for my streams, which looks very nice and everything. Works very well. I still haven't put sound effects or anything. I don't know if I will. But it's the fact that I rarely get any new people to show up. And with the fact that several of my coworkers, several of my coworkers, you know, are going to be having to downgrade their hours, which means my hours are going to get fudged at work. Means that, you know, it makes me, that and combined with the fact that barely anyone stops by my streams except for friends, makes me realize, you know, I think I need to dial things back a bit and refocus myself to, you know, turn what I wanted a job back into a hobby. Do I still want to get paid for them? Hell yes, I would like that. I would be very much, but I need to put them back on the back burner and turn them back into hobbies. So what I'm doing is I'm going to downgrade the amount of work I'm doing for it. And it's like, if this loses me subscribers and followers, so be it. But it's more from my own personal sanity and mental... It gives me more of a mental break. And then if I end up being able to actually make this my full-time job and everything in some far future, then yeah, I will upgrade to do full quality and all that and actually go through the work. But I've decided that I'm going to change some things. Starting with my YouTube channel, I'm not going to do 60 FPS on my videos anymore. Because to be honest, 60 FPS, you see, when you render a 60 FPS video at 60 frames per second, it takes substantially longer, of course, to render. Especially if it's a very high quality, you know, game, or, you know, like Dreamfall. Rendering Dreamfall at 720 60 FPS takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Whereas rendering Martian Gothic, which basically is stuck at 30 frames per second, gameplay wise, and rendering at 720 takes about 15-20 minutes, maybe 30 if the video's too long. Maybe 30. And so to try and downgrade that, what I'm going to do is all of my videos are still going to stay at 720. You know, all my videos right now are going to stay at 30. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to test and see a couple of my videos, how long it would take for them to go at 1080. You know, how long it takes them to render 1080. If it's the same amount of time as them being 60 frames per second, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make all my videos 720, 30 FPS, just to ease my peace of mind. So that way, you know, they take less time to render, so I have more time to get other things done while I'm waiting for them to render after they're all done. Also, it's going to shrink the file size a bit, so that way, you know, I have to worry less about how much more I can put on my external, because I save all my videos when they're done, and I put them on the external drive. So yeah, on the YouTube front, everything except for like a few beginning videos just to test things out, see how they look, and see how the file size is and how long it takes for them to render. Except for those, my videos are basically just going to be 720, 30 FPS across the board. Now, I'm not going to worry about 60 FPS. You know, it's just, it takes too long, especially with the list of games I've got planned. Worrying about 60 FPS would be mind-numbing. Completely mind-numbing. on Twitch. I've already said this on Twitch in regards to my streams, but that one I'm going to dial back to just stream 2 days a week instead of 3. And that's mainly for 2 reasons. A, I'm streaming 3 different games throughout the week. I'm streaming... Well, initially it started as Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday was the MMO/RPG day, Wednesday is the horror day, and Thursday was the random whatever the hell I want to play day. And, or a stream makeup day. Basically, if I didn't stream Monday or Wednesday, whatever I was going to stream those days, I'd stream Thursday. Well, unfortunately, like I said, due to my coworkers having to dial their hours back, either for other jobs or, as in 2 other cases, school, that's going to change. That's definitely going to change, because I know probably by the end of the month I'm going to be losing my Monday streams. I'm not going to be able to stream Mondays. I mean, it'd be a miracle if it happens, but more than likely I won't be able to stream Mondays. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I changed my stream schedule posting on my Twitch page for my schedule to be under review, because I have no idea. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to stream the next couple of months or so. And just for my own peace of mind, I'm dialing it back to 2 days. Anyway, and I'm also going to kind of more focus on games that are fun for me, which of course are the JRPGs, MMOs, of course, horror games, and space games. Games that involve starships and space and whatnot. I'm not sure... Oh, stupid freaking screensaver. God, you know what? I'm gonna... Here, let me just do this. I keep forgetting if there's nothing going on, just mute that so you don't... Well, not mute it, but lower it so you don't hear it on the headphones. I got a good mic. You can hear my headphones, even though my headphones are complete crap. But... what was I gonna say? Crap, I forgot. Basically, someone asked me to stream, a strategy game. What was it? One of those RTS strategy games. Command & Conquer. Now, I had never played a Command & Conquer game in my life. My closest brushing with strategy was, Alpha Centauri, Warcraft. Oh, I'm going to talk about Blizzard here in a minute. But Alpha Centauri, Warcraft, 7 Kingdoms. Game I never frickin' figured out. You know, games like that. Those kind of strategy games. For, where it's games like... I know. Oh, it's StarCraft. But for some reason, either I've just been out of it too long, or what, but even on easy difficulty, I get left in the dust by the freaking computer trying to play Command & Conquer. And I'm like sitting there like just... And it's funny thing, because I used to play... I freaking beat the Terran campaign on StarCraft a long time ago. I came close to beating Warcraft, but then I got bored of it when I was a kid and did something else. I've played other strategy games, but I guess it's just... Maybe it's just the type of game or the way the game flows. It's like... The way Command & Conquer works is, at least with the mission, at least with Red Alert 3, Uprising, whatever it is, it starts out as an infiltration mission. You have to get your units into an area and take the area, then you start building. And it's just... I don't know why. I just can't get a grasp of it. I guess it's maybe the type of strategy that's the problem. I just can't get the grasp of it. Which is actually kind of irritating. It's like, for me, those type of games, the only way I can fracking, like, win it is if I just build a ton of the best unit and literally Zerg. That's how I played StarCraft, where I would do a skirmish, because I like the I never did the campaign for the Zerg, but I like the Zergs, and I would always just Zerg rush. I would just get a massive amount of the couple of Hydralisks and massive amount of the little guys and just Zerg. And after recent, it's like I want to play that again, but after recent developments, I don't want to. But yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to switch up. I was also playing. What was it? Oh hell, what was it? I was supposed to stream tonight, but I had to work, so yeah. Tonight being the Wednesday I'm recording this. But I had to work anyway, so I couldn't stream. I was supposed to stream Stalker. And I could tell people were kind of bored without watching that one, because to be honest with me, I like the game, but there's either some annoying parts where I'm dying over and over and over again, even on easy. I started the game on normal and I dropped it to easy because I was getting slaughtered. And I'm still kind of getting messed up on easy. But it's also a lot of, wandering around. And I tend to get lost very, very easily. It's one of those games where maybe it's like I shouldn't play it. Which is funny because I got my way around very easily in Dead Islands. I might stream that. I did enjoy that one, and its sequel to a lesser extent, but I still did. I have the original. I don't have like the special version and everything. I don't know why game companies do that. Oh, here's the regular version. Okay, then like a year or two later, okay, here's the special version, which is completely different from this version. It's not an upgrade. It's a completely different game. So the original game you had is now worthless. And I'm like, screw you. Oh. But I mean, I might take a break from Stalker and Command and Conquer, depending, just gauge reaction. I'm gonna try and play another game, because like I said, I enjoy RPGs, MMOs, horror games, and games that have to do with space and controlling ships. I love flying ships. Fighters to a lesser extent too, so shoot 'em ups. But we'll see. It depends on how I stream tomorrow, Thursday being the frickin' 10th. Depends. Like I said, I'm going to see how it goes. But like I said, I enjoy the space games. They're a lot more fun for me. I guess, because the way I enjoy flying the ships, And there's a freaking strategy game like on the Super called War 3010 or something, and it was a strategy game where you were given a set amount of ships and you had to fight the enemy. And for life of me, I could never figure it out, but I might look up a walkthrough and try and stream it at some point, because I liked the idea of the game. But then again, I have this issue where I have these rose-colored glasses when it comes to old games, and I come back and I play them again, and I realize I was an idiot as a child. Oh, what was wrong with me liking this piece of crap? But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm thinking of putting Stalker and Command and Conquer on the back burner as I dial back to 2 days a week streaming, because like I said, I just need, for my own personal sanity, I need to back off a bit. I need to focus on other things, need to relax. And it's like, I'm never going to get paid. Shut up, watch. I'm never going to get paid streaming or doing Let's Plays, because unless I get lucky and get discovered, it's not going anywhere, because the algorithm is hiding me. I have a coffee, and I have had a couple of donations from it. A Ko-fi account. So there's that. So I'm hoping maybe things might look out. Shut up! Everything's making noises. God dang it. So yeah, there's that. Also, might as well just go talk about this. Many of you know about what Blizzard did recently. Suspended a player for supporting the Hong Kong protests, and firing the 2 interviewers who were interviewing him at the time. It's like, Blizzard has handled this so badly that it's like, I'm so glad Destiny 2 is not in y'all's hands anymore. I am so glad. So, I'm definitely just, you know what? I'm not touching your crap. I've already installed Battle.net. Well, I did mainly because, well, there was no reason for me to have it. Like, Destiny is on Steam now. So I was like, hey, I can't play. I was like, I would love to be playing Destiny, but there's no reason right now because Shadowkeep's out, and I don't have the money for Shadowkeep. So, unfortunately, that kind of just puts an old wrench in the works, doesn't it? But I'm glad that Blizzard Activision doesn't have their grubby mitts on it. But I went ahead and uninstalled it. I was actually looking. I actually had an itch to play. Where was it? Diablo, the original, and it was on sale on GOG. It came with the Hellfire expansion. I'm like, oh. And then this happened, and I'm like, I don't want to give Blizzard a plug nickel. It's like, I own the original Diablo and Diablo 2. Like, here, move out of the way. So I have the original Diablo on disc, and I have Diablo 2, complete with the expansion. Well, what the hell was the expansion called? I forgot. Lord of Destruction. Yeah, I have that. I'm like, yeah. I wanted to have that nice little dungeon looter experience, but I'm definitely not going to be playing those or even installing them. I'm definitely not going to be giving Blizzard any more of my money. Not after that. So yeah, I'm like definitely not going to be able to play them now. It's like, if you go on Twitch, you'll see people still playing Diablo 3 and Warcraft, despite the fact people say, maybe you should cancel your account. I don't want to. And it's like, Blizzard actively supports a freaking regime that goes against human rights. And it's like, oh yeah, I think you might not want to play that anymore, but they still do. You can't really stop people. But you can tell them and let them make up their own minds, but still it sucks. It's like, I do miss Diablo 2. I do. I was actually considering streaming it. Not anymore. Not anymore. So those are out for the RPG section anyway. Oh god, I forgot. Let me check. Please don't tell me that, because I had a plan for another game I was going to stream. Oh, where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Because I was planning on streaming this one particular game that when I say it, let's see, it's not connected. No good. That one that I had this plan to stream this one game at some point. I thought about role playing, or not role playing. What's it called? Oh hell. Well, that's great. Thank you, Gumby, for falling off my shelf there and screwing up my. Well, luckily I'm still recording. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, yeah, we're still good. But yeah, it's like I wanted to stream Septerra Core at some point. I'm like, I originally wanted to Let's Play it. Unfortunately, the fact that A, it's very long, and B, the amount of time that goes through Let's Playing an RPG like that is frustrating. Because every recording, you may see like only 25 minutes worth of video, but that recording might have been an hour and a half because of all the fights they had to go through. And that's, no. It's easier, I mean, I might do like another kind of RPG as a recording, but as for, JRPGs, oh hell no. And this is kind of JRPG-ish. And it's like, no. It's easier just to stream that. It's easier to do it. It's like I'm streaming Growth or Destruction on the Super. And it's so much easier to stream it than it is to, than it would be to try to Let's Play it. Because of all the battles I'd have to cut out, all the time I have to set aside to record, and edit and all that. And it's like, no. Not gonna happen. So I'll think at some point streaming Septerra Core. Which I know my friend Rio would be tickled pink about. But yeah, it's like, it kind of sucks because, like I said, I loved the Diablo games, but to suddenly have no desire to now because of not wanting to push any Blizzard's products at all. It's just kind of, and it sucks too because I actually bought a few Blizzard action figures way back. It's like I have 3 of them. I have 2 from Warcraft. One's a human knight and the other's an orc warrior. And then I have on my desk here a very dust-covered Zerg Hydralisk that I have named Herbert. Herbert the Hydralisk. And I kept him out. It's like the other 2 are put away, but I always kept Herbert out because I thought he was funny. Even though, maybe because he just couldn't stand up by himself. He was drunk. He's a drunk Hydralisk. But like I said, I love the Zerg, so But I have no intention of putting Herbert away because, like I said, I still like him as a figure. It's still a very, despite the fact I bought it in the early 2000s. It's still, despite I bought him in the 2000s, the year 2000, somewhere around there. It's a still decently made figure. It's a good quality, a good sculpt. So it's like I'm not. It's like I still like displaying it. I'm proud of it. Would I tell someone to go and get their own? Hell no. Don't give Blizzard any old dang money. But yeah. So yeah, that's out. So I'm gonna have to look at other things to stream. I have a couple ideas. A couple really good ideas that don't involve Blizzard games. And certainly sure as hell don't involve frickin' XCOM. That frickin' pain in the butt. What else? What else was I gonna talk about? I made sure to record enough background footage for this. It's like, what else? How am I? You're probably asking. How am I? Still depressed. Still dealing with anxiety. And it's real funny because I have a lot of friends. No, actually, no, I couldn't really. I mean, I count them as friends, but they're my coworkers who. They don't understand how the anxiety works. It's like when I'm in a high pressure situation, my anxiety goes off and I have an anxiety attack, and all my coworkers look at me and go, "Why can't you just calm down? Just calm down." It's like oh, sorry if you heard that. I've been having a gas. But it's like I have anxiety attacks, and you can't just tell someone who's having an anxiety attack to calm down. It's like telling an angry woman to calm down. It's like it don't work. It's like, here, could you just calm down? Oh, I would love to calm down, but I'm too busy having a freaking conniption fit right now. And it's like, I would love to calm down. I would love for my heart rate to go sub 200 beats per second. I would love for this headache to go away and my blood pressure to drop. I would love that, but unfortunately, I'm having a panic attack. It feels like the whole world's crushing in on me, and I'm about to lose my mind and cry in the corner like a baby. So, when it gets very high-stress situation, I tend to have a panic attack. It's not, I can't control it. It's like other people, they can go to a doctor, get anxiety meds, and be, functional. I don't have the money to go to a doctor and have that. I don't have the money to go to a therapist, to a psychiatrist or a therapist or whatever. I don't have insurance because I can't afford it. So, yeah, it's kind of difficult when I have these anxiety attacks and they say, oh, just calm down, it's fine. It's like, no. And it's like, unfortunately, my only option is to try and avoid high-stress situations. And that tends to cause problems, When you're at work, you have no choice. You are there. If you're getting slammed and you're literally the only person on the counter, you have no choice. But when you don't have anxiety meds or a way to control that anxiety, and I have a friend who also has anxiety. She understands. She's given me some tips on the issue, and unfortunately, I forget when in the heat of the moment, I forget the tips, and I just start panicking. So I try to memorize it, but it doesn't exactly go that well. So it's kind of difficult. So, and at work, I don't have the time. If we're slammed, I don't have the time to just sit down and, let me ground myself, count 5 things. I can't. There's a crowd full of hungry, angry people, and they have to be served. And I can't go back and center myself until the crowd's clear. And it sucks. It sucks so bad. And the thing is, it doesn't just extend to my professional life. It extends to my personal life too. It makes me very frustrated with myself. It's a couple of my friends who play Final Fantasy with me. There's a part in Final Fantasy there's savage raids. And for those who don't play Final Fantasy, don't know what a savage raid is, basically, if you play Warcraft, which, again, if you're playing Warcraft, you really shouldn't right now. But, it's basically compared to the mythic raids there. It's like you get these mechanics that you need to do in a certain order. It's like, someone told me it's like a well-choreographed dance. And if you do the well-choreographed dance properly, you can beat it. But the thing is, it requires 100% knowledge of not only how the game works, but also how your class works. And I'm not a very smart man, so it's like I've been playing Final Fantasy a year after it went to 2.0, after it re-releases A Realm Reborn. And I still have yet to figure out what the hell an opener is. Or even how it works. I don't even know what a burst phase is. And unfortunately, Savage requires you to know that and know when to use it while you're doing these mechanics. And the thing is, I main a monk. I melee class. Which unfortunately is a problem because the current meta for Savages is you want 2 ranged and 2 melee. And not many people want a monk. People would either have the bards, the dancers, the machinists, the samurais, the dragoons. Whereas, because they have more versatility, whereas the monk doesn't, even though the monk, in terms of sheer raw DPS, is a powerhouse. But it also involves, like I said, having 100% knowledge of your class, and I don't, because I still can't figure it out. It's like one of my friends sent me this whole website that explained everything. And I'm sitting there trying to read it, and it brought me back to the time when my uncles, my schmuck of an uncle, that I don't like, when we stayed over his house during a hurricane, gave me one of his computer technical manuals to try and get me into computer coding. And it's one of these ones that was a textbook that the teacher, you're not supposed to read a textbook. The textbook is there to go with the lesson. You're not supposed to just straight read it. But he told me to straight read it. And after like 4 pages, my head started to hurt. Because I'm sitting here trying to figure it all out, and I'm like, durr. Because I didn't have a computer in front of me. And he sure as hell wasn't going to let me use his, because he's very selfish and greedy. So I didn't finish it, because I just looked at it and my head hurt. And I'm like, no, I'm not finishing this. I'm not reading this. You're a schmuck for making me try. You don't even want to teach me. You just want to, But I tried reading that website that he sent me, and my head started to hurt because I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this? What am I reading? It's like I have to be slowly explained to. So, yeah, that's why I don't, that issue combined with the fact that my anxiety pops up, and I know my anxiety pops up during Savage because one of my friends tried to help me through a Savage raid way back several years ago. No, about like 2 years ago, not several. 2 years ago when it was longer than 2 years ago. It was during Heaven's Ward expansion when they had the Alexander raids. Or no, not Heaven's Ward. Not Heaven's Ward. Stormblood. Sorry, so it was 2 years ago. It was during the Deltascape raids, and they were trying to get me through the first one, and the mechanics were a bit too much for me. And they were trying to explain to me, and I'm sitting there, my heart's racing, my head's hurting. I can't understand this. I ended up having to drop, which I could tell they were disappointed in. And I haven't been after they tried to take me through one Savage raid that night, I ended up staying away from the game for a week. I didn't want to even look at the game. And from then on, I knew I couldn't do Savage, which frustrates the living hell out of me. So, unfortunately, when my friends raid in Savage, every Wednesday and Friday night, I get bitter. And it's like, I know I shouldn't get bitter. But yet, I'm sitting here in Discord right now. I'm not in a Discord channel, but I'm sitting there looking at them. They're sitting there all playing in Savage and everything, and they're all doing this. And it's like, I know it's hard as hell, but it's like, it's something I want to try to do, but I know I can't. So I sit here and I'm bitter. And I get angry, even though it's my fault why I can't do it. And it's like not really anything I can control. It's like, I have trouble in the freaking extreme primals when there's a few too many mechanics. I start having trouble there. I start having a panic attack. I can get through it, but it's just, it's frustrating. Because when you have anxiety and depression, it's like, I posted this on my Facebook a long while back, but it's like, anxiety is worrying about everything that's happening. Depression is believing it's your fault and everyone hates you for it. So it's like, I go into an extreme. And I start having anxiety because I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to frick up. I'm going to die so much. And then the depression kicks in and goes, hey, by the way, they're going to hate you for this. They're going to hate that you keep dying and losing DPS. The healers are going to hate constantly rezzing you. And so it pops in there. And I feel so horrible that there's been a couple of times where I've had to step out and I say, I can't do it. I have to step away. And you can't do that in a Savage, especially when people want their clears because they want their Savage tokens to get the high-ranking gear that unfortunately I will never be able to get when it's relevant. I will never be able to get when it's relevant because I can't do it. So I sit here, and it's gotten to the point, yes, I know, it's been 40 minutes, I don't care. But it gets to the point to where I see them with the Savage gear on and everything, and they go do Savage, and I'm bitter. I literally sit here and I stare at them playing and I want to scream. But I know there's no point. I can't do anything. I can't do it. So I don't. But it makes me so bitter that on nights they do Savage, I either log into an alt character. Because if I log into my main, it's like they say, hey, I can hang out and chat and everything, but I'm afraid to say anything. I'm afraid to say anything and distract them. It's like, one of them, it's like, on one that I sit in with an open mic, one of them got scared and she started clucking like a chicken because, there was a mechanic that surprised her. And I said something to the effect of, oh, who brought the chicken? And she was trying to explain she was scared because of a mechanic, and then I could heard one other person, they yelled my name, they yelled, Big, because my name is Big Sam. And they said it in the way that's like, my first thought is, okay, I need to shut up now. I'm distracting them. And so, for a bit, I would be in the chat, but I would have my mic muted. And I would still respond in text, in their link shell when they would say something. And make a little joke here and there to try and lighten the mood, because they do get frustrated trying to do it. But I would notice that it would distract them, and someone else got upset. It's like, okay, you need to focus now. And to me, it meant like, okay, I need to shut up. And so it would make me so angry and bitter that I can't play with them alongside them, and I can't say anything because I'm too afraid to distract them. So I haven't logged in on my main character. So I either log in on an alt and play, and don't bother them, which usually they play until the time I go to bed. So it's like I don't see them at all that day. I don't say, hey, how are y'all doing? Because I don't want to distract them. Or I don't even log into the game at all. I do something else, like I'm doing right now. Because, oh god, this video's gonna take so long to render. Because it's 40 some odd minutes, but it's like I'm rambling and I need to get it out. Sorry if it's so long. See, now here comes the anxiety. I'm worried people aren't going to watch or care because, oh, it's so long, I don't want to listen. But yeah, it's the fun. But it's made me so frustrated that sometimes I just don't want to play Final Fantasy anymore because they're all off doing all the big stuff and everything. And they got the better gear. And I know that when I play with them, I'm the weak link. Because I don't know my class as well as I should. I'm not geared as well as them. And so I'm always the weak link. I'm always the one that's the lowest DPS. And it makes me to the point to where it's like, maybe I shouldn't play Final Fantasy anymore. But then I think, well, I could go play Destiny. Oh, by the time I get into Shadowkeep, everybody's already got power level 1000 or 950, whatever it is. And guess what? I'm the weak link there too. Because I've never done any of the raids and in that game, and I don't think I could. If the raids are any kind of difficult to level in Final Fantasy, I couldn't do it. So yeah. I just don't know. But yeah, I think I got everything off my chest that I needed to. Sorry if it's so long. I don't know how else I could condense it. But I really need to stop. My throat's getting really dry and I don't want to make mouth sounds drinking or anything. So I hope y'all listened at least a little bit. And until the next whatever I do, good night and sayonara.